be able to blockbuster out. He's gotta be calm.
Good morning everyone, how you doing? It's Paul here from Unusual Things. Now I'm hoping you can hear me. It's very windy. I'm at Breakspear Crematorium and I think it's classed as Middlesex along here, I'm not sure. I think so. Anyway, we've come here today to find the memorial plaque to Brian Connolly, of course, who was the lead singer of the group Thesweet. A bit of a sad life really to throughout his career, different things happening to him and so forth. So don't forget, if you like the video today, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I don't know how long it's going to be because I don't want to get soaking wet. And yeah, and leave your comments down below, of course, if you've ever seen Thesweet play, or if you've ever seen Brian Connolly sing at all. Just leave all the information down below. And we'll get on with it, shall we? I'll tell you a little bit more about Brian Connolly. Brian Francis Connolly, 5th of October 1945 to the 9th of February 1997, was a Scottish singer, songwriter, musician and actor, best known as a lead singer of Glamrock band Thesweet between 1968 and 1979. Connolly was born in 1945 in Hamilton, South Lanarkshire. His mother was a teenage waitress, Frances Connolly, who left him in a Glasgow hospital as an infant, whilst he was possibly suffering from meningitis. The identity of his biological father was never made public. Connolly was fostered at the age of 2 by Jim and Helen McManus of Blantyre, South Lanarkshire, and took their family name. After inadvertently discovering his lineage, he eventually reverted to the name Connolly. The McManuses were the family of Mark McManus of Taggart fame. Both men perceived the resemblance between them, and supposed McManus's father to have also been Connolly's. In the mid-teens, he joined the Merchant Navy and got a tiger's head tattooed on his right arm during his Navy service. On his discharge from the Merchant Navy in 1963, he returned to Harefield and played a number of local bands, including Generation X, not to be confused with the punk rock band from the late 70s formed by Billy Idol, from mid-1965 until about October 1966. The group recorded 4 tracks, but these were not commercially released. On the eve of releasing their debut single Slow Motion in July 1968, the band shortened their name to Thesweet. They recorded a further 3 unsuccessful singles. Andy Scott joined the lineup in late 1970, just before the release of their first hit single, Funny Funny. After this, Connolly was propelled into the limelight with many appearances on Top of the Pops with the other members of Thesweet. In 1974, Connolly was badly beaten after leaving a nightclub in Staines, where he received several kicks to his throat, resulting in his being unable to sing for some time and permanently losing some of his previously wide vocal range. This incident also meant the band missed out on supporting The Who at Charlton Athletic Football Ground. Several songs on the Thesweet Fanny Adams album had to be sung by other members of the band. As time progressed, issues between Connolly and other members of Thesweet developed, and he would find the band excluding him from decisions. Connolly developed a significant problem with alcoholism in the mid-1970s. During 1977, when no tours were undertaken and 2 of Thesweet's most successful albums were recorded, the power struggle within the band became even more apparent. Connolly's chronic alcohol abuse further compromised his role within the band, and his voice began showing the impact in recordings and on stage during Thesweet's 1978 US tour. He played his last British show with the classic Thesweet lineup at Hammersmith Odeon, London on the 24th of February 1978. His final live performance with the band was in July 1978 in Florida, where they supported Alice Cooper. His departure was not made public until March 1979. After news of him leaving Thesweet broke, Connolly was interviewed by the German music magazine Bravo, in which he said he was taking time off to be with his family and considering a new musical direction. By mid to late 1979, he had recorded several new tracks at Chippen Norton Recording Studios in Oxfordshire with the assistance of friend and producer Mick Angus. The following year, one of the tracks, Take Away the Music, was re-recorded at the Marquee Studios, London, with then Polydor producer Pip Williams. On the 22nd of June 1979, Connolly made his first major appearance since leaving Thesweet at the Bravo Super Disco 79 at Munich. 10,000 people heard Connolly perform a preview of his first solo Polydor single, Take Away the Music. The single was issued in 1980 by Polydor and was included on the 1980 Polydor Germany High Life compilation album. In 1981, Connolly was admitted to hospital with bloating and sustained multiple heart attacks. His health was permanently affected with some paralysis on his left side, which would later develop into a nervous system condition. These problems were most likely related to Connolly's excessive alcohol consumption and heavy smoking, coupled with the use of prescription diuretic medicine. In January 1983, Connolly supported Bat Benatar for 3 shows in Birmingham, Newcastle and the Hammersmith Odeon, London. Connolly's band Encore included most of the members of Verity, fronted by ex-Argent guitarist John Verity and Terry Utley, the bass player from Smokey. Songs played included Windy City, Fox on the Run, Hypnotised and New Members, Sick and Tired, Red Hair Rage and Burning the Candle. The new tracks were made available on a bootleg 7-inch single and CD. The inland revenue served Connolly and the other members of Thesweet with a multi-million-pound tax assessment for the income earned from their hit records. Connolly sold his house to pay his share of the tax bill. In January 1997, Connolly had a heart attack and was hospitalised in Slough. After a week in hospital, he discharged himself but was readmitted the following week. Connolly died around midnight on the 9th/10th of February 1997 as a result of kidney and liver failure and repeated heart attacks. He was 51 years old. On the 17th of February 1997, Connolly was cremated after ceremony at Most Holy Name Roman Catholic Church at Old Mill Road, Denham, Buckinghamshire. His ashes were scattered over the water by his daughters Nicola and Michelle. Born the 26th of May 1995, on the 11th of October 1998, fans organised a memorial concert for Connolly at the Camden Palace in London. Money was raised for a plaque dedicated to Connolly at Breakspear Crematorium in Ruislip, Middlesex. So there's all the information there on Brian Connolly. So sad really what happened to him, isn't it? Where, he got assaulted and obviously lost vocal range within his voice, restricting his ability to sing, and then of course that being the downfall of his alcoholism and causing problems in the band and so forth. And yeah, it's a real shame really, because he had such a promising career ahead of him as well. Another one of those things, isn't it, I suppose. Anyway, we'll carry on and we'll have a little look for the memorial plaque for Brian Connolly. Okay, so I've just been having a look along here, and you know what? I think I found it. In loving memory, Brian Francis Connolly, 5th of October 1945 to 9th of February 1997. Your music lives on, rest in peace, with love from sweet fans worldwide. So there we have the memorial plaque there for Brian Connolly, and I just want to say thank you, Brian. You brought many people many years of happiness. Look, the little thing starts spinning around. Maybe that's an acknowledgement, but yeah, well done, thank you. Brian Connolly there, of course, former lead singer of Thesweet, and it's a shame, like I said earlier on, what happened with how he had that assault, which caused him to lose vocal capacity as the heavens open, And yeah, you know, it's just a shame, isn't it? Anyway, don't forget, leave me your comments down below if you've ever seen Brian in concert at all. Did you ever see him? Did you ever meet him? Did you know him? Did you ever work with him? Anything like that, please let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, lovely little place this, quite a nice piece. It's a Saturday morning, so it's going to be quiet anyway. And I will catch you all on the next one. Take it easy. I'm going to get soaking wet. See you soon.